Getting on. I said past, but I got a bit sidetracked. Oh, I haven't put the light on. Heavens to Betsy. That will never do. Hang on a minute. I look bright at first. Getting on. I said past. What's going on? I got a bit It's me. It's me. This is my chat. Hang on. Oh, I haven't put the light on. Heavens to Betsy. Who's she? Anyway, that was me. So we got me, Lisa, Cal, Rafi, and Rebecca. Busy. Momo. Hey y'all. Hello. Long time since I've done a live stream. I've got a bit oopsie, nearly spilt my tea. That would never do. Yeah, I got a little bit in a kerfuffle getting ready for it. That's nice. I've had a bit of a sort out this morning. And I found a spider in the bedroom. Oh, I still haven't got over it. But I do have this spray that isn't just a fly killer. It's a spider and crawling insect spray. So, yeah, I've had the good old dousing in the bedroom to try and get rid of it. But what for love, I can't believe it either. And it was weird because I had these cups, and they used to be Gary's mum's cups. And what happened was they were on the shelving unit that Gary made for me. Oh, a bit messy over there, sorry. So they were on the shelving unit, and there were like 4 left. So I had them in a sort of a, like next to each other in a quarter sort of thing, like the shelf. And I picked them up, and I put them on the countertop. And it wasn't until there was something that rattled in one of them, and it was because I put a really old ring that was completely no good anymore in it. And as I looked in the other one, there was a spider, and I went, oh my god, there's a spider in it. I literally said that, and then I put the other mug on top because it completely sealed it. So I took it out and I looked in there, it was still there. So I shook it and looked in it, and it was still there. And that was when I noticed there was a web on top of it. So it was trapped. It was a stupid spider. It was actually trapped in its own web. So I went under the outside tap and got rid of it in the end. But I was like, every time I looked in there, it was still there. It was like, oh my god, what on earth is going on, this stupid thing? But thankfully, yeah, it's all right. All's well that ends well. Although it did mean that there are spiders in my bedroom, which you know, is not a good situation at all. So where's my chat? Yeah, so it's had a good spray up. That is my last of the spray as well, and they used to sell it in Morrison's. So I had about 3 or 4 tins of it, and I have no idea what happened to the others. Whether they all got used up and thrown out, I don't know. I look really white, don't I? A bit bright. This light might be a bit bright if I not knocked it all the way down. Yeah, it's just a sunny day, I guess. Just a sunny day. Anyone else came in? Yes. Hello, T-Lad. Good morning, and Alison, welcome. Yay. Hi, guys. So, yeah, fun and games with spiders this afternoon. I was sorting the bedroom out because, you know, when a little while ago on one of my chats, I mentioned that we had company. And so loads of stuff got put in the bedroom where it didn't belong. And because we have no loft and we have no real kind of space to put much, you know, there's nowhere to put things like spare quilt covers and all the spare pillows and everything else. Now the sofa bed opens up and we usually keep one in there, but I've got a feeling that we've took it out and not put it back because there are now 2 spare quilt covers, which, you know, we definitely don't want them knocking around. It's bad enough trying to find space for one of them. So anyway, it was all in the corner of the bedroom, and I thought, I'm sorting out that corner, finding my creeper blanket that I need to end up, you know, making for Tyler and do my second part of it. And as I was doing, that's when I discovered the spider. So I thought, because it was all congested in that corner, that's why there was a spider in there. They like these areas of congestion to kind of hide in. So I've had it all out, and yeah, found the blanket and going to be sorting that out later on. But I thought I'll get on and do a live instead at the moment. Hi Dina and Lucy and Gianni. Hello. Oh, it's from Central Texas. I love that. We're all over the world in the same little room having a chat. Isn't that fabulous? It always, whenever I see that, when someone says, oh, hello, I'm in Missouri or I'm in Texas, it always makes me think, wow, I'm chatting to someone on the other side of the planet. It's kind of, isn't technology a wonderful thing? And I'm being facetious, I'm being flippant. But it is though, isn't it? Don't you think? I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Do you remember AOL chat rooms and MSN? That was all we had, wasn't it, back in the day? And now, it's kind of, technology moves at such an amazing pace, doesn't it? So I've got, it is really humid today. And I've got the fan on. I might have to turn it up a bit, but yeah, it's not really doing what it's meant to. It's not really cooling me down so much at the minute. My hands are really hot. Probably the spider effect making me all a bit unnecessary. You just had a spider experience. Oh my God, aren't they awful? I mean, I've had them in the conservatory, but then I can understand that because it's a really hot, conservatory is a glamorous word for what we have. It's an old-fashioned conservatory in the real sense of the word, where you've got like an annex at the back of the house that's not one of those really lovely rooms you sit in and admire your garden. It's an old-fashioned one, more of a utility room. And there's a long passage that leads down to it. So, and the passage is also got the conservatory roof. And therefore it is an oven, basically. And even if it's just a nice sunny day, it's hot out there because obviously the sun beats through the roof, it beats through the windows and the door, so it just becomes like a little greenhouse out there. Joyce, my mother-in-law, used to grow orchids out there. It's that hot, you know. But yeah, so we leave the door open at the back, so obviously you get critters in. So I'm used to seeing them out there, and I do from time to time get some monsters. Ugh, ugh, disgusting. You love watching my videos but rarely catch me live. No, this one's early actually, isn't it? Quite early for me. Having said that, I used to do them in the evening a long time ago over on Crochet Rocks. I used to do them in the evening. Life was very different then. I kind of had my other house, living with my ex at the time. We were separated for many, many years, but we had the same house and the kids were there as well. So, you know, we had separate rooms, separate lives. So I used to go upstairs in my room and do a live stream. And then when I moved here, Gary, my partner, was working evenings. So I thought, you know, on my own in the evening, it's a bit lonely. So I'd get on and do live streams. So my live streams were, ever since I started doing them, they were evenings. And there weren't that many of us doing them at the time. You get Sandy, Left is Right Crochet, and maybe get Granny D, do one. And then there'd be me. And then gradually a few more people started. And then gradually a lot more people started, and a lot more, and a lot more, and a lot more. And so in the end, there was, and everybody had a slot, you know. I was never one of those people that would schedule. So I'd never have a slot. I would, sometimes, you know, we'd go on to Granny D's and she'd say, anyone going on after me? And so anyone, oh yeah, okay, I will. So it was kind of like that, you know, it was very easy going back then. But now it's kind of like this person goes on there, and then straight after them this one, then straight off. So it kind of got a bit congested, and I'm not one to sort of always want to worry about who's on. Sometimes I just say, oh, you know what, if I clash, I clash. It's simple as that. You can't not, you know. But I try sometimes not to. But life is different now. Gary works during the day, and I have got my yarny business that I do during the day, and I do my mornings. So I tend to do them in the afternoon. But even this one is a little earlier than the usual ones I do. He was catching up on laundry and emptied the basket, and there was a massive spider at the bottom. It's not even that time of year where they want to come in, is it? God. Ugh. But I have shut the back door, even though it will get warm out there, because it looks like we're going to get a thunderstorm. And, well, it looks like we're going to get rain anyway, but they did say that if you are in one of those areas in the country where you get rain today, it's probably going to be a thunderstorm and quite. I feel like I've got spiders crawling on me. Every now and then I look down because I've got this tickling. And you know, maybe that spider didn't get washed out the cup after all. Maybe it attached itself to me. No, don't think about it. Don't think about it. It got washed out the cup, Tracy. Don't be silly. So, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, sorting out the corner in the bedroom. I did my chats and I did my hump day giveaway, which comes out today, and my winner's hump day winner from the last week. And then I thought I went out in the yarn van, and took some yarn out that was in here, because sometimes I bring them in to show and do like a yarn of the week and that sort of thing, and I often sort of forget to take them straight back, and then in the end I'd put them all in one of my bags and I'd take them back kind of take them back home again. But so yeah, I went out there and I thought I could do my live out there, but I thought, you know what, I didn't bring my other phone, and I need one to put it on and one to read it on. So I've got to go back in the house anyway. I might as well do it in here. Hi, Film View Set. You were searching for my Rocksteady channel when this flashed in front of your eyes. And there it was, as if by magic. I didn't really kind of announce it at all, did I? That I would be doing it. Just popped up. Right. I've got to drink this because it's getting a bit cold. Over on my rock chat, I always say I can't gulp it down in front of you, so I need to try and drink it before it's at the gulping it down stage. Sounds a bit gulpy. So what have you all been up to? Apart from being terrorised by spiders, what have you been doing? Bear with me a sec. I just gurgle in. So that's my day. And Gary's at his brother's house doing some wallpapering, and a bit later when he's finished he'll come and get me, and I'll go over there and we're gonna have dinner there. Hi Aussie Sandy, woo woo, how are you? Not seen you for a while. Yeah, not doing bad. Had a bit of a spider issue this afternoon, but brought this in because hardly any left, and as I say, they used to sell it in Morrison's and they don't so much now, and it really does work. Ugh. So I want to get some more, so I've got to Google it. It's brilliant stuff. It really does work. So I've put powder on my nose and a little bit of Vaseline, but it does itch. So if I do that, do apologise. It's because of the if you haven't seen my actinic keratosis thing, it's actually on this channel on Rocksteady, and yeah, I've been going. It is ever so itchy, and trying to leave it alone, because the more you do this, more it itches. So hopefully that's the last time. But it is quite red now. Underneath the makeup, it's very red. Doesn't hurt though. Just itches like crazy. So anyway, I'm glad it's not hurting. I'm glad it's not all mucky. As my sister said, it could get really manky. So I'm glad it's not that, but it's just crusty, if you like a little bit peeling, looks like a sunburn where your nose is peeling. That's what it looks like. And I suppose that's why it itches, because you know, when you're peeling, oh man, when you're peeling it itches. I really need to stop now. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, woman. Cheers, guys. I'm trying to gulp it down without gulping it down. You're eating cheese and salad wraps. And wraps have only, I can't see that. There's a heart shape in the way. 6 carbs. They're Deli Kitchen brand. Oh, okay. That sounds yummy. I haven't started my low carb yet. Hang on. Oh, this is really getting on my nerves. I have to kind of squash it. It's going to get redder by the minute. It's because there's all this dry skin. Oh, man. Leave it alone. If you see me touch it, tell me off. I'll be doing this a lot. Anyway, got my creeper blanket ready to start on again and get that sort of last bit done and get it ready for Tyler, who's been ill, bless him. Mike was going to see him on Monday. They were going to meet up after school and they were going to go for a walk and stuff and take him out together because Mike and Gemma have split up and she's been living in Folkestone. So they're going to be co-parenting. So anyway, it was all geared up for him to do that, and Tyler then decided that he was going to projectile vomit and be ill. And it happened really, so I think it started on the Sunday because she sent me a picture of him laying on the sofa watching Formula One because she knows I love Formula One and her dad likes Formula One, so it was on. And I thought, it's unlike him to lay around and watch it. You know, he'll give it his attention for a minute and then he'll be off doing something else and then he'll be back. So at the time I thought it was unlike him to just lay around. Well, then we knew why, because he had some kind of gastric bug. And then, although he's kind of getting over it now, Gemma has it. So I'm meant to have Tyler tomorrow after school when Gemma's working. And usually she picks him up from school and I get him off her and take him for a Happy Meal. And then I'll meet up with Mike so he can see him. I mean, it's only happened twice. Say usually, it's only been twice. Because actually, has it been twice? Yeah, because he was off school one day, so that didn't happen. So out of 3 weeks, there's been 2 times. Well, tomorrow, if we have him, we're likely going to be catching it. Although I did have a bit of a tummy issue the other day. I'm not sure if it was the same one. I did feel a bit sick, but I didn't, you know, do the deed. So it would help the diet no end, but tea has officially gone. It's too cold to drink now. Hi, Kim. No picking. No, I won't pick it. It just itches. It's not to pick. I don't pick. I just do that, and you watch all my videos, but you're a lazy bum and don't always comment. Oh, bless your heart. Well, I always remember you from my first live streams. And yeah, I was just talking about those, you know, that I used to do them in the evenings and there was lots of space back then. Not everybody was doing it. There was not so many people doing it. Just me, Sandy Left Is Right and Granny D and a few others. But now it's the airwaves are congested with us livers. So I tend to do mine during the day now because life has changed. Now Gary works days and I have my days free. Oh, munching on a white chocolate and raspberry cookie, looking at the sky and big grey clouds. Oh, when's Tyler's birthday? It is the 26th of July. I kind of always forget the date. I knew it was July, mainly because Mike wrote a song called July Anthem. And so that kind of reminds me that, you know, it's July. But I couldn't remember the date. And then when I asked Gemma last time, she said 26th. I thought, I should remember that because Paul's birthday is the 25th of June. And Michael's birthday is the 25th of January. So they're both the 25th. And it's just a day later. So that now I should always be able to remember because I can associate it with things. But I'm really bad. I used to be absolutely amazing. My memory was really, really, really good at remembering anything. And dates, everything was just, you know. But now, it's like a leaky bucket. A sieve. It really is. I think there's a bug going around. I think there is. There it definitely is. You're known as the sticky note queen because of your I do have quite a lot of these. You know, I had a whole pack. They were rainbow. They had like all these different colours and they're dotted around somewhere. So maybe I should be known as the sticky note queen as well. Wow. The UK sticky note queen. But I don't tend to put them on things unless it's something like Gary's food. I've made it or something and he's going to work and I leave him a little note out saying your food is in the fridge. And then he leaves me one back. Thank you, love you. You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, the other day, I couldn't find. I didn't think about putting out one of these. This one's still in its cellophane, but the others are all kind of dotted around. I lose them and then I open a new one, and then I lose that one and I open a new one. There was about 8 of those in a big wad, and that's the only one that's left intact. Where I think I might have taken some out the yarn van. Mustn't call it a caravan, really, must I? Well, I suppose I can. I won't self-destruct if I do. So you know, it's not really going to hurt anyone. So time to get my water. Very healthy me, and I have an ice cube that's melting in there because they're all there. This one wasn't, it was in here, but most of them have been outside in the conservatory. I told you we don't have many places to store things, so obviously that gets a tad warm out there. So I put one in the fridge, and this one's been in here, but got a nice glass of water which I mustn't knock over. Oh, that's nice. Let's wet my whistle a little bit. So yeah, what are you all making at the moment? I've been trying out. I've got to try and get this without knocking the ball on the floor again. I was trying out that Kiddies Kaleidoscope, and I was going to make a blanket with it, with that new pattern that I really like. Here it is, the one that I made with the I love this yarn. This is the Stylecraft Savannah yarn. It is gorgeous. It's so soft, really beautiful. So I might undo that and really do something with that because it is astonishing. So I thought I'd make it, that's Aran cotton yarn, but the softest cotton I've ever touched. And this one is DK, so I thought I'd see what it was like. Plus I wanted to see how this strawberry ripple worked up. And I think I said this on my thing this morning. I think I made it too big because I could turn it into something else. Really, I could make it into a cowl or a skirt or something. Just turn it into something else or frog it. But I think as it is, it's just too big. It'll take too many balls, and I don't have that many. I don't want to take them all out of stock and have none left in there for other people. Yeah, sticky notes everywhere. I usually have them in books. You'll see. There's come to a page where sticky notes everywhere. Just they're kind of little aid memoirs. I've done that giveaway. I've done that winner. That's how I keep track now. So I put a little tick on it, and sometimes I just put sticky notes in. But yeah, so I did have yellow ones somewhere. A pink, yellow, orange, green. But can I find them? Nah. Can I chuff? Making a trauma teddies for children's hospital and a little octopus for preemie babies. Oh, that's nice. Any notes? Yeah, scraps of paper, backs of envelopes. The trouble is, I'm terrible for that. And I should have a book, because you know when you're on the phone to say BT, and they reset you and reset your password, and then you write it on a scrap of paper, which then disappears, just disappears. Or in my case, when I bought my new phone and I was going to go over to using the new phone, I couldn't remember any of my banking details. If I'd just put the phones together like this, then they would have transferred it all. But they are written down somewhere, you know, somewhere. Only the good Lord knows where, to be honest with you. Have a go, Joe. Hi. You're trying to be good. Well, Julie Turney sent me some keto chocolate bars, and so we did try them when we first got them, and I did eat one when I was starving. I'm not doing keto, but I was starving, so I thought, I know there's bars in there, so I had one. But Gary had one the first time with me, so there's 3 missing out of the box, and they're all different flavours, really yummy. They're called Warrior bars. Get them from like protein stores that are online. And I'm sure I've bought stuff from the protein stores online before like that, but not Warrior. If they were, I can't remember the fact what they're called anyway. But I used to get them from Mike and Paul when I used to buy their protein, because they're both, you know, into the protein shakes. And at times I've bought them both protein for Christmas or birthdays or whatever. And so at the time I'd think, oh look, I quite fancy that for myself. So last time I ordered anything for one of them, I think it might have been Mike's birthday, I bought myself some pea protein because I can't have milk, and I thought, oh, it's made out of peas, I'll give that a go. And I bought salted caramel pea protein. It was really nice, actually, really nice. I gave it away in the end because I did use it when I first came out of hospital, when I had my cancer operation and I couldn't really eat well, and they insisted that I have a lot of calories. The shakes they gave me were so thick. It wasn't even like a McDonald's thick shake. It was just whipped so much that you couldn't suck it through a straw. I should have just spooned it in, but I had a real problem back then because my tongue didn't work properly to swallow things. So I couldn't swallow them down. I couldn't actually, because it went all the way back, not just at the beginning of my tongue, went all the way back. So the swallowing mechanism was, it had to be really good for me to swallow it, and I couldn't get them down, and they were horrible. So I thought, oh no, I've got this pea protein in the cupboard. So Gary used to make me shakes with the pea protein. He's put oat milk in and this pea protein and whiz them up. They were yummy. They were like really lovely salted caramel flavour. But then I stopped using them, and I'm not kind of into the whole protein shake thing. You know, I think if you're a fitness fanatic, you might do it, but for me, it's just an extra thing that I don't need. So I gave them away in the end. Hi, Joe. Another Joe. We've got two. Two Joes. You were surprised how nice pea milk is. I've not had pea milk, only the pea protein. But it was lovely because it was salted caramel flavour. And salted caramel flavour, anything, is pretty nice. In fact, vegan ice cream used to be absolutely disgusting. But salted caramel and chocolate brownie vegan ice cream. Because you know what? When you go to a restaurant and it's better now, but there used to be just one gluten-free thing on the menu. It was always the brownie. Always the brownie. I suppose, you know, because it's more chewy. I don't know. They found it easier to do it. But yeah, so it's unusual, but it's always the brownie or the caramel. But they are really nice. Unfortunately, I've been indulging in too many of those of late, and I really need to get on the diet. But we're doing very well. We're doing very well in using up all our stuff. We had minted lamb shanks the other day. Oh, they were to die for. We used up most of the potatoes. There were 2 big ones left. So yesterday, there was all these I opened the freezer, and there was all these like individual meats. So I had 1 steak there, 1 lamb chop there, 1 thing I couldn't identify because it was just whatever. So I got all these one things out and thawed them out, and I made ActiFry, like air fryer chips, with the 2 potatoes, and it turned out it was 3 steaks and 1 lamb chop. So I cut the lamb chop in half, and then we just put all the steaks on the table and we helped ourselves. I could only manage 1. Gary ate the rest. He did. I had half a lamb chop and 1 steak, and he ate the rest. Bless him. He does love a steak. You know, when we used to go to the restaurant and he'd have a steak, he'd go, you know what I could eat now? I go, what? Steak. I did him onions as well. I didn't eat any. Not keen on those. Pat, hello. Woo woo. If I've missed anyone else. I don't think so. Oh, and Diane. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Woo woo. I like Ola Joe has that ding ding. I haven't got anything. Maybe I need a prop. Maybe I need a prop. I haven't got any props that make noise. Might have to remedy that one. I need a noisy prop, guys. So how are you guys? What have you been up to? Why do we call each other guys? I've noticed that. Other YouTubers do it as well. It's not just me. We're not guys, are we? No. Speaking of which, did you see on the news? I mean, obviously if you're overseas you wouldn't have, but there's all this hullabaloo at the moment about whether this transgender runner should run in the ladies category. And they'd said no. The Sports Council or whatever it is said no. So they took it to court and they've said that they've upheld the fact that she's discriminated against. But, you know, anatomically, that person is stronger. So, what do you think? How do you think about, you know, that sort of thing? I think personally, I have no objection to anyone changing their sex. But, you know, if that gives you an advantage over other people, then you shouldn't be competing in that genre. Maybe there should be a separate, like, you know, with the Special Olympics, maybe there should be a category for a transgender race. What do you think? Are there enough of them? I have no idea. Protein and carbs have the same amount of calorie gram per gram, so you cannot go crazy eating protein over there. They sent my soy chunks snack. There went my soy chunks snack. Oh dear. Yeah, but you know, if you're cutting out a whole food group, it's not so bad. And I think, you know, a lot of people, like my kids, where they go to the gym, and Paul, he goes out for like, I can't tell you how far he runs, because, you know, he was at one point running a mini marathon amount of distance, and he wanted to run a marathon. So he was training up to actually get the 26 mile, and he doesn't run slow either. When Gemma used to want to go running with him, she couldn't keep up. But, you know, if you're doing that kind of thing, a protein shake don't touch the sides calorie-wise. You know, you burn so much that it doesn't matter. And then you get Mike, who doesn't run or anything like that. He's far, far too lazy to run. But he'll go to the gym and he'll work out muscle groups, you know. So he'll have protein shakes. And again, they don't touch the sides calorie-wise. But for me, sitting here, having a protein shake, it's just going to be ultra calorie intake that I don't necessarily need, because I'm not doing that massive endurance stuff, and I'm just going to get fatter. Anyway, sorry, not very chatty. Made a mistake on a pattern yesterday and you're now ripping it down and starting again. Not impressed with yourself. I'm not impressed with myself either. Look at this. I showed this earlier. I've got to try not to drop the ball. But there's not much left of it, really. This is a whole skein of the Strawberry Ripple Kiddies Kaleidoscope. I thought when I did the chain that it was probably about that big. For some reason, it's turned out to be this big. Way too big. So therefore, the actual patterning isn't working out as it would if it was smaller. And if I carried on, it would take probably about eight balls to make a proper cot size blanket, which is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a nice little blanket to show the stitch, and it didn't work out, so I've got to rip that. And I don't think that yarn is that easy to frog either. You have to be quite careful when you're frogging it, which is annoying. Okay, off to bed. Thanks for coming, Sandy. It's good to see you. I've not seen you for a while, so woo woo. I think you popped in a little while ago. It depends. Well, I think they have hormone therapy, and I don't know the stages that they're at with the transitioning. But regardless of whether they do or not, I think the stamina and the strength. I mean, the person that I saw, I don't know their name, unfortunately, but when you look at all of the runners, you've got all these female runners. That runner looks male to me. I know that, you know, possibly the ultimate end result won't be. But when I looked at that runner, it was like a man running with the women to me, you know. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong to do it, but possibly it's wrong to have them in the same category. Because even if they do the transition, is it going to make a great deal of difference to physiology? Like the anatomy and physiology? Is it going to make... I know that they can give you hormones that will then make breast tissue grow and all of that. But what about the musculature? Oh, isn't that a good word? Musculature and the stamina and the strength. Does that change? I don't know. I don't know. And if it does, and they become more in line with the female anatomy, maybe that's when they should then say, yes, it's okay to run with the female. But at a time when that person is so obviously bigger, stronger, and more muscly and faster, will that ever change? I don't know. I think it needs more kind of probing around the question, sort of thing. See, we debate all kinds of things. The best yarn to use, whether transgender people should run with. I don't know. What do you think? It is a tough one, but in a way, if I were a runner and there was a very strong athletic male transgendering, oh my God, transitioning, try and get the language right is half the battle, but would I feel like I had a disadvantage? That's the way I look at it. Put yourself in those people's positions, and okay, so that person's transitioning, perhaps there should be a race for those who are transitioning. You know, that's not going to be the only runner, is it? It's not going to be the only one that is transitioning. Cheers. Just lately, I've gone dry ever such a lot. It doesn't usually happen. I don't know why this is. Why? Maybe it's because I've got the fan on. I don't know. As I was on YouTube this morning, video popped up, you know, like an advert, and it was for some ice ceramic air conditioning fans or whatever. And I thought, okay, so let it play while I was doing my stuff, because you know, you let people's video, people that you like, you let YouTubers that you watch, you let their videos play. So I thought, okay, I'll let it play. Sometimes if they're annoying, I will open up another tab, because I'm usually on the computer. So I'll open up another tab and I'll go and do what I want to do. But I'll let that video play on the other tab. And if they're really annoying, I'll turn the volume down a bit so I can't really hear it. I don't turn it to mute because then sometimes it stops. So I leave it just so you can hear like in the background and let it go. But they were saying, and this was the thing I thought was poppycock, right? They said that facial palsy, you know, palsy where you get like one side or whatever, facial palsy, it was on the rise because of people's overindulgence using fans and air conditioning. I thought, well, I'm doomed, aren't I, really? I mean, it's not all the time. I live in a state of fanning constantly, and the aircon now. So I thought, well, I'm doomed. That's me. There. I can't believe that, though. I think that is absolute rubbish, and it's really itchy. So dry. Oh, man. I think I might need to put some Vaseline on that soon, or it's going to be very itchy. So, yeah, I thought, is that a thing? Has anybody heard of that? That, you know, if you use a fan or air conditioning too much, it can cause a facial palsy. We don't freeze our faces, for crying out loud. It's not like it's blowing ice gale on our face, is it? It's just a gentle whoosh to cool us down. To me, it sounds like complete rubbish. You know, of course, they don't have to prove the science behind these things either, do they, in these ads? It's just, there's been some really bad ads lately, I have to say, you know, where I'll be watching somebody's video or I'll have it playing, and then the video's 40 minutes long. The video I want to watch is only 7 or 8, and then the advert that they put on is 40 odd minutes long. And you think, you want to support that channel, you want to do that, but 40 odd. That's why I open another tab, and I let it play. I turn the volume right down a bit, and I let it play. But honestly, oh hello, it went up around the other way. You have a fan on 24/7? Yeah, me too. Well, not quite. Gary would, because you know, he goes, I'll put it on now. You know how hot it's been in this country. I put the aircon on and he goes, he gets up and I'm, where are you going? I'm going to go and get a jumper and a blanket. I think, oh, for goodness sake. It doesn't even really reach him, you know. It just, yeah. My mum, oh, she would have gone to bed, I tell you. Couldn't have coped. She always used to have so many layers on. And we'd go shopping and we'd get to the checkout and she'd go, oh, I'll meet you outside. And I look at her and I think, you've got a t-shirt on, you've got a jumper, like a thin jumper on, and a fleece, and it's summer, you know. And she's going, oh, don't know. Well, no words really. I think you mean fan. You've used the fancy your whole life. Never heard that. No, it's probably rubbish, isn't it? I reckon it is. So much of it is, you know, these claims. A lot of these ads that are popping up when I watch videos or let things play at the moment, trying to get me to play the futures market or Bitcoin, or, you know, dabble in the... They've got apps that track, and so you can invest, and they invest your money for you, and it's like a little flutter on the GGs, you know. It's not. And yeah, I don't know. I think the only person that wins is the person at the top. It's like a pyramid scheme. That's what I reckon. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, you meant fan. Well, you know, I thought about that. I thought maybe I could make it a scarf. Maybe I could make it a scarf for Sophia, because it's pink and white. You know, I can't really give it to the boys, but I could turn it into a scarf for Sophia. And I thought it's probably not long enough. I'd have to put long tassels on it. So there is that. I could do that. Maybe make it a scarf. But then again, I could turn it into a cowl. But then it's pink and white. I don't really want a pink and white cowl. So, you know, I'll probably just frog it. It's going to hurt. It is. I don't like frogging. I'm a bad frogger. I don't like to frog. Some people do, don't they? What's that? A cardigan. Duster length. Have you seen many ads for the weight loss secret called the Ice Hack? No, I've not seen that one. What's that all about? You have to tell me. I do get that Noom. Oh, I don't trust it. It says you don't have to diet anymore to lose weight. Yeah, right. The only way losing weight is calorie deficit, maybe exercise. Sadly, you know, unless you can, you know, get one of these miracle drugs from your GP. My GP did actually try and get me a miracle drug. He, when I went to see him for my nose, he thought maybe I had diabetes. So, and when I chatted to him, sorry, brass strap problem, I said, you know, you could be, I was thinking maybe having a test for diabetes. And he said, well, I was just about to suggest that. And I said, there is a reason. I've got skin that is cracking on my feet for no reason whatsoever. I mean, it's not even that I have really dry skin or hard skin. It's just cracking for no reason. There's all these other little, I'm thirsty a lot, lots and lots of other little things that were kind of steering me towards that. So anyway, he sent me for a test for diabetes, and it was like, no, you're perfectly fine. But what annoyed me was he should have done a blanket across the board blood test. I mean, I don't like having needles at the best of times, so when I do, I like to have them like for everything. And he should have done, because I haven't had a blood test for a long time. And one of the last times I did, it said I was very, very close to having fatty liver. So to be honest, he should have done it. He should, especially with my family history. He should have done all the cholesterol, he should have done the lipids and the triglycerides and all that stuff, the amylase and, LFTs, Usenes and all that stuff. He should have done it. My old doctor used to do that. He was very good at that. He was a very thorough doctor, but not this one. No, we just do the diabetes test. That's that. So what is the ice hack, I wonder? But there is all these other, they get these adverts and they say, click here and watch the video for, we'll tell you the 3 foods that you need to eat and then you will lose pounds. They don't tell you. They don't tell you at all. They try and get you to buy something. Every time, But anyway, a couple of times I've clicked on these things from adverts and they've been good. Like the heaters. Those little caravan heaters that I've got. That was kind of a clicking on an ad. And I thought, okay, because Gary was going to buy them for me. And so I clicked on the ad, and when I looked at the ad and everything else, I said, okay, yeah, get them. So he bought me 2. And now I've got electricity up the other end of the Yarnavan. That'd be brilliant because I can have one each end. Whereas before I had one at the end and one in the middle. So now it'll be one each end. Sadly, only one of the remote controls work, but I can just walk up the other end and use the same control. But yeah, they're not bad. They're not gonna heat it toasty warm, but they do take that cold edge off, which is all you really need. Plus I've got the air conditioning unit, goes up to 30 degrees in heat mode. Too loud to have on when you're filming anything, but you can warm up the caravan a little bit, Yarnavan, with my 3 little heaters then, and then turn it off and you'll be fine. I still don't know what the ice hack is, Pat. Maybe she's typing a big, long thing that explains it. Or maybe she was just asking because it comes up on her feed. Isn't it weird how they track you and they track what you do? It's even things, sometimes when you've not actually Googled anything, you've not put it in your phone, you've just thought about it like, oh, I need a new mattress. And suddenly you're getting mattresses. It's like, how do they know that? If I'd put in Simba mattress, in my Google search, I'd know that they're kind of tracking me. But no, they're not tracking my thoughts, are they? That's just really weird. Suddenly you think, oh, I might look into that, and suddenly there they are in the ads. So you pulling on your brainwaves. Weird. It is weird. I need to blow my nose. This is I don't like doing this on camera, but I feel like I need to. So try and look away. Could blow my head off. Actually, nothing there. I think it's because I've got I've got allergies at the moment, and I was taking allergy tablets. I've got red nose now. I was taking allergy tablets quite often. And when I first got my inhalers, I was using my inhalers night and morning, allergy tablets, and I was sorted. Everything was fine. But just when everything is good and everything is fine, I forget to do it. And then I start, I'm wheezy. I woke up wheezing this morning, and I thought, it's because you're not taking your inhaler night and morning like you used to. So I had it this morning, and I must remember to do it later on. If I don't leave it out on the bedside cabinet, that's it. I'm not going to remember to do it at all. But when I was doing it, everything was fine. It's so annoying that I can't remember these things. The boys, having had sex change after puberty, do have an advantage. Most trans women. But should we then have a separate competition for X, Y women and the rest of the natural genders. Well, I don't know. I think if they're going to have an advantage, bear with me a sec. Hello? What's the time? Can you give me until 2? Well, by the time you get here, that should be fine. All right then. Love you. Bye. That's Gary. Must be finished his wallpaper. I told him he wouldn't be that long. I said, you know, he said, I'll see you tonight. I said, you won't. It won't take you that long. It's a tiny room and a little bit behind a radiator, but... Oh, got rid of my... How was the quality of your call? Pretty decent, actually, for a change. So, there am I. Yeah, I think if it is that they do have an advantage, then they shouldn't be able to run in that category. Personally, wouldn't be fair, would it? That's the whole thing about a level playing field, isn't it? You can't really have somebody who's got an advantage over someone else. That's kind of negates it. Oh, it's of a glass. Hang on. On the ice hack, all you see is a glass of ice, and they said add a spoon of something, and then we'll want you to spend 30 minutes watching a video to sell you the powder. It's probably raspberry ketone in that powder. That's the annoying thing. Sorry, I made my nose itch now by blowing my nose. But all that raspberry ketone hype, do you remember that? Everybody had to go out and rush out and buy raspberry ketones because they work, and all the celebrities were dropping like dress sizes because, you know, they used raspberry ketone. I bought raspberry ketone and it made absolutely no difference to me whatsoever. It's all just, celebrity endorsements are all rubbish, aren't they? They just are. And so many con men are using celebrity endorsements. It's like that guy that tries to sell me his, I can make your business boom. And then there's a picture of him with Robert De Niro. What does that make any difference to whether he's good at his business or not? And the other person that he was photographed with, I have no idea who it is because it's obviously an American person and not someone that we know over here. But yeah, he's got his photograph taken with Robert De Niro. Does that make him an authority on business, or does it make him someone that says, oh, can I have my photo taken with you? Yeah. You know. Don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense. Hi, Susanna. Well, I can't be on too much longer because Gary is on his way to pick me up. So, but I do have some time because it will take him a while to get here, and he's at the other end of the island. So yeah, I've got some time before he arrives. But yeah, I'm gonna go to his brother's with him, and we're gonna have dinner there. Hi, Grammy. Yeah, afternoon for us. Good morning to you. So we've been debating some serious subjects and some pretty trivial ones. Actually, it's not just normal chat, is it? We've actually been digging in some issues. Wow. And I've got a red nose because I just blew it. I thought, you know, it was quite powdered and wasn't going to be all red, but it is showing red, isn't it? I did say I was going to hide from the world when it got red. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The weight loss gummy ads drive you bonkers. I've not seen those. What is the swirled yarn behind me? This one. This is a new yarn that I will be stocking in my shop. I just need some cash flow. That's all. So yeah, this whole cubby is a new yarn that I want to stock, but because of summer and the cost of living crisis, things have gone a little bit slow for me, and when they pick up I will start ordering again some more yarn in. And I do have a company where I can get that and other brands, which I love that. I used to have one in the beginning. Their prices were too high. But this one, I've checked it. The prices are very much the same as, say, if I get Stylecraft, it's the same as getting it from Stylecraft. Although I do get a little discount from Stylecraft, not much, but I get a little one. And but it means I get the price it is rather than the price with a little discount. But at least I can just get a few things and the other things I want. So I don't mind doing a whole Stylecraft order when there's loads and loads of different things I want. But when there's not, you know. What is going on? Hello, Donna. Welcome. You need it. You need it in your life. That new yarn is as gorgeous as the boho spirit. It is. It is beautiful. It's a lot more brighter, I would say. The boho spirit has some teal in it, which when you purple, when you work with it, it kind of, it's all bright one minute and then it kind of goes moody. So it's a contrast. Whereas that one's all bright colours, I think. I'll get a bit out in a minute. Hello to Donna, everyone. I can't remember that one. Oh, it does have some blues, but it's not as dark. But yeah, watch this space. I will. It's a mystery. I will be getting it. It is beautiful. I just need some cash flow. Got a space now, look. Yeah, I will be getting it though. I like it myself. I want to get myself some. This is, obviously I bought this for me, but I will get some more. It is as nice, really. Oh, okay, Pat, thank you for coming. Love you too. Oh, bless. She was in bed. Bless her. So yeah, I'm competing with my own videos soon. My hump day giveaway. Ah, that's what I was meant to do. I was meant to change the time. Never mind. It doesn't matter much. I didn't know if I was going to get to do a chat this morning, so I jiggled with the timings of my videos that are popping up, like the hump day and the hump day winner. So because I didn't know if I would be going with Gary early, and so it didn't work out like that, and I could do my chat. So I thought, oh, I need to change that time. And every time I log in to do it, I get sidetracked with something else, and then I forget. You know, where are they? I need to like start using these like attached to my forehead. Change the time, you know. Instructions to myself. It's bad, isn't it, really? Oh well. Can't be helped. A sneak peek of the blue skein. What, this one? Or this one? This one. Ready? It's beautiful. Look at that. You know I'm a sucker for blue anyway. But yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's just divine. It is. Look. And the other one is blue with purple and green, I think. Can't leave it out, really. It is nice. It might be purple and green. No, yeah. Oh, there goes my little... Oh, that's nice. Look at that. When you have it up close. It looked like green. You know why it looked like green? Because my llama was attached to it that Jessie made me. That was what was green. I could see the reflection. But they're all beautiful. They are. And they will be in Hobby Rocks when I get some more money. Yeah. Soon. I need to get my... It's gone under my chair. I'll pick it up when I get up. But yeah, these are gorgeous. All three of them. There are more colours, but they are beautiful. Yum, 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 yum. And fibre is good for us, really, you know. So we've got to remember. Fibre, it's good for us. They are lovely, aren't they? Especially those pastel ones. You know, I think there are, you know, when people used to criticise Bella Coco because everything she did was pastel, everything in the Crochet Society boxes when she was part of it was pastel. I can't help but love pastel shades. I wouldn't want it all the time. You know, I love the Stylecraft Cabaret, even though they are discontinuing it. I've got tons of it. I'll probably never get to use all the stuff I've got. But and the Boho Spirit. I love those moody colours. They're just gorgeous. The way they blend and morph into another colour. Just gorgeous. Absolutely. But yeah, I still am a big sucker for pastel colours. And vibrant colours. Yeah. Rainbows. Yeah. I do love it. So pretty. But you know, I've got a bit of a thing at the moment where I'm trying to make some swatches as well, and using that kaleidoscope was part of that. I thought if I can show it as what it looks like on a big blanket, but it's just too big. I don't know why. I mean, when I held it up, I'm sure it was only this wide, but it's become this wide. Crazy times. Anyway, I'm going to get off now, guys. I'll just see a comment come up. Is the yarn right above the word neon on your sign the same? Above the word neon? Can you see it? Well, this one here, this one, that's Boho Spirit, if you mean that one. You can't really see anything above neon. Hold on. You mean this? It says on air. I think that might be what you mean. The yarn right above the word neon. So you can't really see above it, but this one here is Boho Spirit. That one you can't see. So it's got to be this, isn't it? I think that's what you mean. Yeah, that is. They're all Boho Spirit there. It's the only way I can show it. It's like push it back. But those are the actual. On the left above this one here, that's Papatia. And in my shop I've got Papatia and Boho Spirit identical. The zest colour in Boho Spirit is identical to this one of the Papatia, and this one, oh, is gorgeous. And they do this one as well. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? So these are all in my shop at the moment, this hobbyrocks.co.uk, and on special offer. But this is identical to Boho Spirit. Not Boho Spirit. Yeah, Boho Spirit. No. Oh, Hayfield Spirit. Hayfield Spirit. I'm talking about Hayfield Spirit. That's on that side is Hayfield Spirit, and on that side is Papatia, which is identical to Hayfield Spirit. It's both called Spirit. That's what threw me. I got the word wrong, but it's Hayfield Spirit, made by Sirdar. And that Papatia, the Hayfield Spirit Zest, is the same as this Papatia, but then they do all these other colours, and they do a really dreamy, deep purple one as well. And they are all in my shop and on special offer at the moment, because I had them as a yarn of the week, so they are. But yeah, I kind of got it wrong. Silly me. It's because they're both called Spirit, and it is annoying when yarns call things the same, and it does throw me. But never mind. Anyway, thank you for watching and staying with me this afternoon, keeping me company while Gary's been decorating. And don't forget, my Hump Day giveaway is coming up now. Well, one of them is coming up kind of now. What might be the winner, and then the giveaway later on about 3ish, I think. So yeah, watch out for those, and I'll see you very soon. But this channel, don't forget, really is in need of watch hours. I'm just over halfway now, but that's because I had a bit of quite a break in live streaming because lots of things were going on. But yeah, back in the saddle now. So anyone who has got spare time to just give me some help, there is a playlist called All My Videos, which pretty much is what it says. So thanks for spending time with me, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.